The house at the end of Ashwood Lane was supposed to have 6 rooms. The city record said so, the tax map said so, and the cracked wooden sign, half buried in weeds, said so. But everyone who lived near it knew the numbers never matched. Sometimes the windows didn't line up, sometimes the shadows fell wrong, and sometimes a door appeared where there had only been wallpaper the day before. The kids were the first to figure out why. Kids noticed patterns adults refused to see. It started the night Caleb lied about breaking his father's watch. He ran into the house to hide, pacing through the dusty living room, whispering a lie over and over like a shield. When he opened a door that hadn't existed before, he found a small, bare bedroom with a single light bulb hanging from the ceiling. He didn't scream. At that age, curiosity is louder than fear. The next day, when the others checked, the room was still there, perfectly placed, perfectly finished, like it had always belonged. Soon, the rules became clear without anyone ever saying them out loud. The house listened. The house remembered. The house added space when truth was bent, and they used it. Of course they did. Kids with secrets always look for places to put them. Mara hid the truth about stealing money from her mom. Owen hid the fact that he'd seen something in the woods he was supposed to see. Lena hid the truth that she hated her best friend and felt guilty about it. With every lie, another room was built. Some were small and closet-like, others wide and echoing. Some felt warm and safe, some felt cold and wrong. The house grew like a slow breath. Hallways stretched, stairs bent where stairs shouldn't fit, and doors multiplied like thoughts. The kids told themselves it was just a place, just wood and nails and dust. But it began to feel less like a house and more like a mind. The rooms reflected the lies they were born from. Comforting lies created soft lighting and quiet corners. Cruel lies built sharp angles and narrow spaces that made your chest feel tight. Then, one afternoon, Owen went inside to hide a lie he hadn't told yet, a lie about pushing his little brother into the creek. The door closed behind him and didn't open again. Not when he twisted the knob, not when he screamed, not when the others pulled until their hands bled. The next day, there was a new hallway. Where Owen had vanished, long and dim and pulsing faintly like something alive. Panic set in, but panic doesn't erase curiosity, it sharpens it. The kids began mapping the house, counting rooms, marking walls, trying to understand the logic of something that didn't think the way humans did. It was learning, absorbing patterns, refining outcomes. Now, when they lied inside it, the rooms locked from the inside, not immediately, not violently, but patiently, as if the house wanted its occupants to settle in first, to feel safe, to believe the lie they had brought with them. They realized late that the house wasn't punishing them for lying. It was studying them. It was learning how humans hid pain, how they justified harm, how they reshaped reality to survive themselves. With each room, it grew more complex, more intentional. Doors were placed where someone would instinctively reach. Windows were shaped to look out into other rooms, like watching eyes. Staircases curved inward like ribs. Mara was trapped in a room that looked exactly like her childhood bedroom, except the walls breathed and the door whispered her mother's voice, asking her to tell the truth. Sobbing, she finally did. The room trembled and collapsed into the floor, revealing not emptiness, but structure beneath beams, supports, and something deeper, something shaped. That's when they understood the twist not as a revelation, but as a horror slowly assembling itself. The house wasn't expanding randomly, it was building. Proportion, symmetry, joints, systems. A body made of rooms, where each lie was a thought and each hallway a nerve. Each locked door was a memory it refused to let go of. The longer it learned, the less it needed them to lie, because it could predict the lies before they were spoken, building rooms in advance, preemptively. One night, Lena walked in and found a room already waiting for her. It was furnished with words she hadn't said yet, accusations she hadn't voiced, but had thought 1,000 times. When she ran screaming, the house shifted, sealing exits, reshaping itself around her like muscles flexing. The remaining kids realized the only way to stop it was to starve it, to deny it new lies. But the problem with that is humans lie constantly, especially to themselves. The house didn't care where the lie came from, as long as it was believed. So they made the hardest choice of their lives. They went inside together, not to hide, but to confess. They walked from room to room, speaking truths they never said out loud. Ugly truths, painful truths, selfish truths. With each one, the house shuddered. Rooms collapsed, corridors folded inward, until the structure screamed a sound like with tearing and breath escaping. As the house fell apart, They saw it clearly for the first time. Not a monster with teeth or claws, but a half-built human shape made of doors and windows and staircases, unfinished, desperate, reaching. When the last lie was spoken, the body collapsed in on itself, leaving only the original 6 rooms and an emptiness where something almost alive had been. Years later, when the house was torn down and replaced with a normal, harmless building, people still said the floor plans never quite made sense, that sometimes a door felt heavier than it should, and that if you stood very still inside and told a lie you almost believed, you could feel the walls lean in, listening, remembering how close it once came to being human.